Hello to everyone. Mic test. Yeah, Jennifer, I know you're Delvin. Hello to Richard. Okay. Somya, Elise. Okay, don't worry, I know this session is meant for the P4s and P5s, but I also have a little something for the P6 at the end. Okay. Yeah, I know, Delvin, I know your P4. I know that you attended my P5 class too. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think everything is in order. Okay, thank you all for being here. This is Kevin from MUST Heuristics, and we are bringing you this Facebook Live session courtesy of MUST Heuristics. So if you haven't already, you can come over here to this site to download your blog notes, your notes first. Okay. Okay, so over here, let me talk a bit about myself first. Hello, Janavi. No, it is. I'll do the memes at the end. Okay, so a bit about myself. I'm the curriculum specialist here at MUST Heuristics. I've been working here since 2011. And of course, I hope that I can progress further with the company because I really enjoy what it's doing. Okay, so prior to joining MUST Heuristics, I was studying at NTU, Mathematics and Economics. Personally, I really loved mathematics. It's just that my intellectual firepower isn't high enough to tackle some of the extremely difficult questions there and then. But I really do like this topic on mathematics. If you go really deep into it, you'll find that it's actually a pretty amazing subject. Okay? So today's session is going to be based on the Mastering Heuristics series. Today's session will be on the first part of unit transfer method, which is one of the 5 books that my boss, Mr. Sunny Tan, has written. And you will see a bit of a preview of the ebook over here. So let me just change this to white mode so that everyone can see its content. So it was first published in 2009, and the second edition onwards was reprinted in 2010 along with several other reprints. Okay. And you can see that the way it explains it is in such a way that you'll first be given a one-shot working to explain the question, and thereafter it goes into greater detailed explanation on how the answer was derived step by step so that your child can replicate it during the exam. Okay, but here we are not encouraging you to spot questions. What we are encouraging you to do is to learn the thinking process well and apply it in unfamiliar situations. Okay, we have these cases where some people will go and spread things about us that we are about spotting questions, that kind of thing. Okay, let me just say that that is not the case. Okay, and whoever said it, we know who you are. Okay, so that's the preview of it. Okay, so let me change back to dark mode. Yeah. So today's session will be based on the unit transfer method for P4 and P5 SA2 revision. Now for the P6s, why am I not conducting another Facebook Live? It is because there is only about 8 more days to your exam, your maths exam. So I do not want to overload you with new things. Okay, if you need to, go and view the blog, review what we went through. and try to do those questions again before referring to our web video or this Facebook Live replay. Okay? Okay, so today let me talk about this in good detail. Now, first part on unit transfer method. So there's 5 questions to this. Okay. Now there was a total of 310 adults in the exhibition hall. After 1/5 of the men and 1/4 of the women left the hall, there will be an equal number of men and women remaining inside the hall. Find the number of adults remaining in the hall. Okay, so to deal with this kind of problem, let's understand what they are talking about first. Okay. Now, within these two fractions, especially about fractions or percentages or ratios, this type of unit allocation statements, you have to pay very particular attention to them, because within these two little fractions themselves, it contains a lot of information. So what do I mean by this? Now let's take a close look at what this means. Okay, your men can be broken down into 5 equal portions. Okay, and one of these portions left the hall. So your remainder over here, you're going to have 4 portions of men remaining behind. Okay, so for your women, 1/4 of the women left the hall. So over here, your women can be split into 4 equal portions. Okay, one of them left the hall, another 3 more will be remaining behind. Okay, just to show you how it's connected in model form. Okay, you have your number of men over here, split into 5 equal portions. One of them left the place, and for your women, okay, one of them left the place out of a total of 4. So you can see that these 3 portions will be the same as these 3 portions. These 4. Okay, wait. Let me rephrase it. These 3 pink blocks over here would have the same length as these 4 blue blocks on top. Okay, so this, as we are told over here, there would be an equal number of men and women remaining inside the hall. So this is going to be equal. These 2 are equal, make them the same. So we want to multiply them to their lowest common multiple. Okay, please do not spam the chat, okay? Yeah, okay, if you're here for revision as a P6, you can also attend this. Okay? If you are in P6, you should be able to find this one rather easy. That's why I didn't put this as P6. Okay? If not, just stay a while and listen. 5 times... Okay, so here you want to make them the same. Get them to the lowest common multiple and multiply the men, all of them, by 3. So that it all becomes... It maintains the equivalent ratios. Okay? Then this one gets multiplied by 4. You get 16 over here. You get 4 over here. Okay? So once you have all these numbers, after having made something the same, as far as possible, you want to always try to look for a repeated identity and make them the same first. Okay? If possible, always try to do this first. If it's not possible to do it in a question, as you will see later on, then there is something else for it. Okay? That's on 2 variable concept. Okay, so once we got that, the next thing we want to do is to look back at the question for further information. Always try to find out the value of 1 unit first. Okay, and you will see that The total number of adults was 310 in the exhibition hall, which means to say that if you add up these two, 15 units and 16 units, you will get a total of 31 units, which is 310. Okay, so once you got this already, you can now find out the value of 1 unit. 1 unit will be 310 divided by 31 to give you 10. Yeah, you can put this in the form of a ratio. Most of you would do it with fraction directly, but the thing, and that can be done, except that not everyone can see as well as you do. Okay, that is my main consideration. So once you get 1 unit here, how many adults remained in the hall? So you can see that over here you got 12 units of adults 12 units of men remaining, and 12 units of women remaining. Therefore, the total here would be 24 units. And 24 units would just be 24 times 10 to give you 240. And this is going to be your answer. Alright. This is more for P5, this question itself. Okay, the thing about this is, of course, some of you are saying I prefer to use fraction directly, where you say like 4/5 of men is the same as 3/4 of women. Okay, of course, this is technically correct. At the same time, the problem I face with this is that some students are not fully aware of everything that is going on. You see that over here, it doesn't really account for your those that have left at first. You want to tabulate everything first, so that you can have an overview of all the information at once. Okay, then this will also help you to improve your awareness, situational awareness. Okay, that's my personal opinion. Okay, so if you got it, please spam the like button. Okay, got it. So let's move on. This is what we call equal concept. Of course, some of you, okay, equal concept. In your school, you may probably know it as equal numerator or somewhere along those lines. Okay, where the fraction of a set is the same as the fraction of another set. We use this when the fraction of a set is the same as the fraction or percentage of another set. Okay, this is the main idea. That is okay lah. If you want to spam the angry face, I'm okay with it. I'm immune to it already. Okay, anyway, let's go on to number 2. Okay, number 2 will be on repeated identity. So this repeated identity is a very central idea in model drawing. Okay, all the way up to the end of P6, this will be a very central idea that you need to know by heart. Okay, so Andy, Ben, and Carol shared a sum of money, and this sum was 4/7 of the sum of money received by Ben and Carol. So 4 goes to Andy and 7 goes to Ben and Carol. Okay, let's define out everything first. Allocate the units, define out everything first. Then Ben's share was 2/3 of Carol's share. So 3 goes to Carol and 2 goes to Ben. So this is quite simple. If P4 definitely can do this. It's definitely within the P4's ability. Okay, so given that Carol received $105, find out the total amount of money received by the 3 children. So let me do this in 2 ways. First is by ratio. The second is by modeling. Okay. So now between Andy and Ben and Carol, what do we have? This ratio was 4:7. Ratio or UTM. Okay, 4:7. And at the same time, Ben's share was two-thirds that of Carol's share. So list out all the information separately first, because if you try to do it like this, in a very gridlock manner, you will find yourself getting kind of stuck sometimes. Okay, don't take my word for it, go and experiment it. Then you will understand why I say what I'm saying. Okay. Hey, what happened? So B and C, the ratio is 2:3. So now over here, given that Carol received $105, okay, there are two ways that this can be done with unit transfer method. The first one is by changing these 3 pink blocks into 105 straight away. Okay, the other one which I'll show you is by making the units the same. And this involves the use of looking for a repeated identity. And in certain questions, this is not immediately obvious in this particular case. Okay, because it's not very easy to see this, but when I draw out the model, I think it will be clearer to you. So this B and C over here is the same as this B and C over here. We want to make them the same. So this becomes 20, this becomes 35, this becomes 14, this becomes 21, this becomes 35. Okay, once you have done this already, the next thing that can be done is to look back at the question for further information. You always want to be thinking about finding out one unit first. And in this case, because Carol received $105, we can say that this 21 units has to be $105. So 1 unit is going to be $105 divided by 21 to give you 5. And once you've got that, you can then find out the total amount received by the 3 children. Okay, and if you add them all up together over here, you will see that the total amount will be 55. So 55 units here will be 55 times 5. Okay, what are you going to get? $275. So your answer over here can be said to be 275. Okay, Francine, you got it. Ketut, Sukma, you got it. Shiwen, yeah, you're there already. Yisin, you got it. Okay, let me check out the video first. Okay, how about now? Is it still lagging? Yeah, Elise, I know. but Elise, just how do I put it? Follow my idea as I'm going along. Follow the discussion as I'm going along. Okay, where is that? Hang on. Oh, okay. It doesn't go all the way down. Wait, let me try something. Okay, wait, let me try something first. I guess I don't really have a choice. Okay. Okay, so I guess I will adjust this ratio first. Okay, so that you all can see everything inside here. Okay, Linda O, please try to log out and log in again. I mean, like, exit this video and try to get back in here. Okay, Apana, you got it as well. Okay, very good. So let's move on to number 31. Number 3. Okay, before I do that, first things first, this is on repeated identity. A very central idea that you need to know for model drawing and solving primary maths problems. Okay? So let me go through this briefly by the model way. I won't spend too much time on it. So in the model form, this is how it will look like. Your A has got 4 blocks, can be cut into 4 equal portions. Your B and C can be cut into 7 equal portions over here. Okay? That's what this statement means. And this share was 4/7 of the sum of money received by Ben and Carol. So you first want to cut out Ben and Carol into 7 units first. Then you cut out Andy into 4 blocks here. And now you will see that at the same time, between B and C, they can be represented with 5 blocks like this, where this is your C, and this is B over here, and this is $105. So with this in mind, you can also work backwards from here. Okay, so that's the idea. You can draw it out first. Let's go on to number 3. Okay, Muthu, Ali, and Bill share a sum of money. So 30% of Muthu's share was equal to 80% of Ali's share. Okay, now this is a question where they combine up a few concepts together. Now 30%, change it to fraction first. You always want to change a percentage to a fraction when it is possible to simplify it. Like for example, if you're dealing with something like 7% GST, I would say just deal with it directly, because if you try to change it to fraction, that's where it gets more complicated. Okay, or it takes more steps. So simplify this to 3 out of 10, because generally speaking, with smaller numbers, it's easier to work with. Okay, change this to 4 out of 5. So once we have this, okay, they all share a sum of money, and we have this equal concept appearing. A fraction of a set is a fraction of Muthu's share is the same as the fraction of someone else's share. And later on, we also see that Bill's share is 25% of Muthu's share. So 25% simplifies down to 1 out of 4. Allocate units first. Okay, so now let's try to simplify the blue statement first. Oh, the angry face guy got tired already. Is that all you have? there's a compared portion. Okay, let's draw a table between Mutu and Bill, and the total over here. So for Mutu is 3. You're comparing 3 from Mutu out of a total of 10. And for the Ali share, this is 4 out of a total of 5. And we are told that this equal portion is equal. Hey, angry face guy, don't stop the angry face, come on. So we want to make them the same. When you do this, you end up with 12, 40, and 15. Okay? So you want to break things down one at a time first. You see why I'm doing everything here in light blue? I'm doing everything here in light blue so that you can isolate the information first. Sometimes you can't lump everything together. You have to really like break down, isolate, look at it one at a time. Because once you get this already, you can now say that between Mutu to Ali, that ratio is 40 is to 15. Okay, and later on, when you are comparing this with Bill, okay, you can compare Bill on a separate line. Between Mutu and Bill, Mutu is 4, Bill is 1. So we say that Mutu now is the repeated item. So you can see that this combines up two concepts together. You want to multiply this by 10, make them all the same. So now you got 40 is to 15 is to 10. Okay, and once we have that ready, we can now compare between Ali and Bill, because Ali had $185 more than Bill. Okay, previously you couldn't. Previously they were blocks of different lengths. That will end up with like another equation or something. So once you have this ready, you can now compare between this and this. Okay, so 15 units, the difference between A and B. Comparative statement, 5 units is going to be worth $185. And when you got that, 1 unit will be 185 divided by 5 to give you 37. Okay, and once you got that, find the total sum of money. The total between all of them will be 40 units plus 15 units plus 10 units. And even for this, I'm going to use the calculator. I'm not going to rely on my mental calculation. The total here will be 65 units. Okay, try not to do it this way. Try to adhere to the conventions your teacher has set for you. Okay, just follow what they say for safety reasons. Okay, so 65 units is the total. This total sum of money would then be 65 times 37. Okay, don't bother about manual calculation at this point. If you have your calculator with you, just use it. Just make full use of it. Okay. So the answer here will be $2,405. Yes, Shiwen, you got it. But it's flooding my face, doesn't matter. Okay, don't argue. You're here to learn, you're not here to argue. Okay. I don't ban people for angry faces, but I will ban people if they disturb others. That's my promise. Okay, let's move on to number 4. Okay, thank you all. This, of course, oh yeah, by the way, yeah, this kind of thing is quite distracting. This is equal concept plus repeated identity. Okay, it involves two different ideas, and you have to be able to spot it. You have to be able to see it. Okay. Okay, just let me know who is disturbing. I'll go and look into it. If there is a need to, I will ban. Okay. Because I cannot compromise everyone else's performance just because one person refused to behave. Okay, next one, number 4. Jenny has got 20-cent coins, 50-cent coins, and $1 coins in the piggy bank. 48 of the coins are not 50 cent. Wait. Okay, 48 of the coins are not 20-cent coins. Okay, 40 of the coins are not 50-cent coins. The total number of 50-cent coins and 20-cent coins are 52. So you want to find the total value of all the coins inside the bin. Okay, to deal with this, okay, no. I agree this isn't guess and check. Okay, first, let's try to work this out first. What does this statement mean? 48 of the coins are not 20-cent coins. Then what types of coins are we referring to over here? Yeah, this is hard because of the phrasing, but let's just break that phrasing down first. XOX. Okay, if you're not talking about 20-cent coins, then which coins are we talking about? Okay, yeah, let's yeet this question. Listing, not really. Okay. So over here, you can see that if you are not talking about your 20-cent coins, then it has to be your 50-cent coins or $1 coins. And similarly, when these are your 40-cent, when 40 of the coins are not 50-cent coins, then these would have to be the 20-cent ones or the $1 coins. Okay, so that's a lot of information. You got the number of coins and you got the different types of coins. No, it's not ratio. It's not ratio. Don't be confused. This is like describing you actually have 48 coins. Okay, this is not a ratio, Richard. So once you got that, you can tabulate your information here first, because this would be quite confusing if you try to write everything out, and also quite troublesome. Okay, and this will be your total number of coins. No, it's not listing. Not so much on listing. Okay, $1 is repeated in these two statements. That is also true. So, because here we are dealing with 3 items and we know the number of coins of each type. No, I would say that we know the total number of 2 coins at any one time. In this case, okay, draw out your table first because there's going to be quite a lot of writing. Yeah, tabulate your information first. Now I think the Facebook is lagging. No, it's not guess and check. It's not guess and check. It's not guess and check. No, this is not BCA either. Okay, there is also another model way to do it. This method would be 2 variable concept. Okay. Of course, this idea also works for like 3 or 4 item scenarios. You must use another yeet method. No. Okay. Okay, once you break down the information, okay, this is P4 also can solve this type of problem already. Okay, I'll show you why in a while. So over here, 48 of the coins are not 20-cent coins, means that you got all your 50-cent coins and all your $1 coins, adding up to 48 coins over here. Correct? The second statement says that if you have all your 20-cent coins or your $1 coins, all this would add up to 40. Correct? And finally, your 50-cent and 20-cent coins are 52. True? Okay, I'll explain how to do it by the P4 way in a while. So over here, 48 of the coins are not 20-cent coins. Okay, got it? So now, what else can we do from here? You can see that if we try to add up everything over here, if you sum everything, you are going to get all your 20-cent coins plus all your 20-cent coins over here. You will get 2 copies of all your 20-cent coins. 1 copy of all your 50-cent coins plus 1 more copy of all your 50-cent coins will give you 2 copies of everything. So 1 copy of all your $1 coins plus 1 copy of all your $1 coins will give you 2 copies of your $1 coins. So when you have all this already, the total number of coins you are going to have in total is going to be 48 plus 40 plus 52. That will be 140. Okay, and then what else do we have? You have to find 1 copy of everything first. Okay, so to do this, 1 copy of everything will be, you need to divide the entire row by 2. So when you have this, you end up with 70 coins. Okay, maybe due to time constraint, I don't think I will go through this by the model way. Okay, you would have 1 copy of everything over here. So let's just say that all these represent your number of 20-cent coins, number of 50-cent coins, number of $1 coins. Okay, everything here adds up to everything here adds up to 70. So you can see that if you have all your 50-cent and all your $1 coins, they add up to 48. This means to say that you have 22 20-cent coins, correct? Okay, number of 20-cent coins will be 70 minus 48 to give you 22. You have to be aware of the difference between monetary value and the number of coins. Okay, this is very important. You have to be able to make that distinction, especially if you're P5 right now. Okay. So once we got this ready, the number of 50-cent coins can also be thought of in the same manner, can also be found in the same manner. If your number of 20-cent coins and the number of $1 coins adds up to 40, as you can see over here, then your number of 50-cent coins would have to be 70 minus 40 to give you 30. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, how do you check whether your answer is correct? 22 plus 30, does it give you 52? It does. So you know that you are on the right track. So the last number here, the number of $1 coins, would have to be 48. Okay, let me erase this off first. These two add up to 48, and you know that your 50-cent coins is 30. Your $1 coins will have to be 48 minus 30 to give you 18. Alright, so this working is so long, I have to even move down. And this would be correct. Okay, you would have 22 over here, 22 20-cent coins, 30 50-cent coins, 18 $1 coins. And once you have that, this is more for P5 already, because you need the calculator to calculate this. Of course, you can do it as a P4, but it's just very tedious. This won't appear for P4s. It won't be fair for you, you see. So you just want to add up everything. Okay, just take my word for it and you will obtain $37.40. So your answer over here is $37.40. Okay, you all can maybe just off the comments first, slide away the comments first, then you can just focus on the lesson. Okay. Yes. Okay, you all are very good. At least you got it as well. Pretty good. Okay, Katut, okay, the main idea is you want to define out your number of 50-cent coins. You got one copy of your 50-cent, one copy of your $1, total is 48. Same thing for your 20-cent coins and $1 coins, they add up to 40 coins in total. One copy of 20-cent, one copy of 50-cent, they all add up to 52 in total. So when you sum everything together, just imagine you are playing Tetris and you are collapsing everything together. You would have 2 of every copy. So you want to divide out everything by 2 to get 1 of everything. And from there you slowly find out your number of coins and its actual value. Okay? So, okay, yeet the question, don't get yeeted. Do you understand that? Yeet the question and don't get yeeted. Okay, let's move on to the last one. The ratio of the price of a t-shirt to the price of a dress was 1:5. Then each t-shirt costs $5, and on a weekend, the amount of money collected from the sale of both t-shirts and dresses was $6,720. So if the total number of t-shirts sold made up 20% of the total number of dresses and t-shirts sold, how many dresses were sold during the weekend? So again, you have a fraction here, convert it to percent. You have a percentage, convert it to a fraction first. Okay, just change this to 1/5 first. Okay, and at every stage, you have to identify exactly what is going on, or what the statements are referring to. Here, the first statement refers to the price of one t-shirt and one dress. This refers to the value of each item. Each t-shirt costs $5. This also describes the value of each item. Okay? The next part is that on a weekend, the amount of money collected from the sale of both t-shirts and dresses was $6,720. This describes the total value of everything. All the things that have been sold, this is the amount that we collected. This is the total value. And finally, if the total number of t-shirts sold is 1 out of 5 of the total number of dresses and t-shirts sold. So this is where it gets a bit tricky. This is where it gets a bit tricky. How many dresses were sold during the weekend? So think of it this way. Okay? Let's look at the number of items that were sold first. Your t-shirts made up 1 out of a total of 5 of the total number of items that has been sold. This means to say that your t-shirt sold is 1 unit, your dresses sold is 4 units. Okay? You want to break this down first and simplify it first. It looks tricky, but it's not impossible. Now the next thing that we want to do is to compare the values over here first. Okay, each t-shirt costs $5. And the price of a t-shirt to that of a dress was 1:5. This means to say that your dress is going to cost 5 times as much as your t-shirt. So let's just simplify that out. This whole thing will be $25. Okay, always be simplifying the problem first by combining the statements that are referring to the same phase or same, I don't know what you call this in English, but whatever it is that is being described. As long as they are describing the same thing, combine them together and simplify it first whenever you can. Okay, once you got that ready, okay, we can now apply number times value equals to total value. Okay, so for those of you who've covered rates, you'll find this table to be very useful. Okay, draw out this table first. Basically, this is common sense. The number of items that you have multiplied by the individual value will give you the total value. So this is a very common sense idea. Yeah, I know, Richard. Thanks for that. So, okay, tabulate everything first. Then you'll see that your t-shirts is 1 unit, dresses is 4 units, value here is 5. Value of your dress will be 25. So multiply out everything, 1 unit times 5 gives you 5 units. 4 units times 25 will give you 100 units. And once we have multiplied out the product, now we want to look at what we can find. We see that the total value over here is $6,720. So if you add up everything, 105 units will be 6,720. So 1 unit here will be 6,720 divided by 105. This will give you 64. Then we are to find how many dresses were sold during the weekend. So we look back at the table for the information. There will be 4 units of dresses that have been sold. 4 times 64 will give you 256. So the answer here is going to be 256. Okay. Yeah, don't worry. I mean, if you just spam the angry face but you never disrupt the lesson, I'm okay with it. Because we are a democratic society, you can't just ban people for expressing a different opinion from yours. Yeah, I know, Yip FTV, I know you're white kid. I won't ban you for putting angry faces, but I will ban you if you keep on interrupting people's comments. Or you keep spamming it non-stop in such a way that people can't concentrate. I'm okay with it. Okay? Okay, so anyway, that's the end of my presentation. For more examples and more detailed explanation, you can go on to our website at www.mathsheuristics.com/learning-tools. Okay. Oh my god, it's lagging. Okay, if you stay until the end for the P6s, I have a little something for you. I prepared something specially for the P6s. So anyway, what's that called? Yeah, okay, let me type out the URL first. Okay. Oh, hang on. Okay, you're welcome, Linda. Oh, it's lagging pretty badly. Okay, so anyway, when you purchase the books, what do you get? Just let me let me explain briefly first. When you purchase the books, this is what you get. The first one is definitely the hard copy book. So we will be sending all this by SingPost registered mail. So in order to read up on all this first before you receive your book, we will be sending you an ebook of whatever you purchase. Okay? Then thirdly, you will get access to our web videos. Every book has the web videos and the access to the mobile app. Alright? So you can read more on mathsheuristics.com/learning-tools. Okay, let me just promote this first. Then after that, I will show you what I made of in beams for the P6s. Okay, also some sound advice lah for what to do during the exam period. Okay, you all got that? Okay, let's go to the memes now. Okay, first things first, some distress therapy for the P6. This is the first time I'm doing this. You want to make sure you get lots of sleep and lots of rest. Okay? Get a lot of sleep and a lot of rest. Because there was once I took an exam in university, I didn't sleep the whole night. I was cramming for the whole night. I went into the exam hall and I forgot a lot of things. I ended up getting a C+ for that module. This is a true story, it happened to me. The module is called Numerical Analysis. Okay, I messed it up so badly. My grades got to a point of no return. And I'm not proud of it, but it can happen to me, it can happen to you. So make sure you get a lot of sleep, get a lot of rest. Make sure you don't forget what happened. Because even Snorlax can forget how to use amnesia. Okay? Yeah, my memes are like next level kind of memes, especially for education. Because it's 100% relevant to what you are going to do. Okay, no, it's not about yeet. It's not about yeet. Happened to me before. The exam was at 2 p.m. So I was starting from the previous day 6 p.m. until 2 p.m. the next day. Ended up my mind totally went blank. Okay? So the next one is this. Make full use of your calculator in paper 2. Okay, abuse it. Abuse your calculator. Okay, even if you have to go and confirm your answer like 4 plus 3 equals to 7, make sure you use it. No, I won't show you the old memes yet. The old memes, I'm like thinking of how to connect everything together first. This is the distress therapy for P6, also some advice for them. Okay, make full use of your calculator in paper 2. Like if you see something like 13 times 19. When I look at P5s trying to do manual calculation for that kind of issue, YK, I think you would know lah. It's not really for you, but for someone else during the class. Like something like 13 times 19. And they try to do it by manual calculation. My heart breaks. Do you know that? Okay, the Area 51 thing, don't bother. Stonks is coming soon. Stonks is coming soon. Dear calculator, what is 1 plus 1? Okay, yeah, make sure you use the calculator to confirm it. Unless you got butter fingers, then make sure you don't press it wrongly either. Okay? So the third one is what? Think of various ways to check your answer. Okay, guess what's coming up? If you don't know what is Area 51, it's also better that you don't know about it first. Check it out after your PSLE. Okay, think of various ways to check your answer, because if not, you could end up like this guy over here. Okay, he's gonna be like headache. You're gonna end up like side up. You're gonna go like this. Okay. Stonks coming soon, don't worry. Yeah, you're gonna end up like this guy. Because you don't want to, how to say, you got the, okay, let's put it this way, you are logically correct, but because of either transfer error or some careless mistake, the final answer is wrong, but your overall logic is correct. You are going to let marks slip away that shouldn't have slipped away. Okay? Stonks coming soon. Coming soon. Yeah, don't let the points slip away. If not, you'll end up like this. This is what happens to me when I'm playing games and I make careless mistakes. I lose the points for nothing. Next one. Precision is the key to perfection. This one I want to quote one of my rival. Let's just say I didn't really like him that much, but I respect him. Okay, precision is the key to perfection. Minimize all your careless mistakes to maximize your marks. Okay, be patient in your exam. Something like probably 19 plus 12, you get 21. This kind of thing. Or you do something like 9 plus 10 equals to 21. Okay, do not make this kind of mistake. Whatever you do, make sure you do it carefully, okay? What's precision? Precision means, okay, out of 100 times when you do something, how many times can you do it the way you intended it to be? Consistency. Okay, so this picture here is to irritate all the perfectionists out there. This is an 89-degree angle. This is not exactly a meme, but this is a picture I came across this morning, fresh from the oven. Okay? Yeah, don't go and do this kind of don't do this kind of mistake. 9 plus 10 equals to 21. And finally, for the P6s, you can recap at www.mathsheuristics.com/blog. Okay, all our archives are there since I think mid of January when we started the FB Live this year. You can go and watch it. So watch Heuristics live. Your results is gonna be like stonks. Okay, that's all I have for you. Yeah, okay. So please be careful. This kind of mistake. Okay, anyway, just to tie in with this, think of various ways to check your answer, because if you try to check this like line by line, when you subconsciously believe that 9 plus 10 is equal to 21, you're never going to spot that answer. So just to tie that up together. So you still have 1 week left, make the best out of it, sleep a lot, if not you're going to forget. Okay, I'm not going to be embarrassed to tell you I messed up a lot during my studying days. I think everyone is human, everyone will mess up at some point. Okay, you're welcome, Shiwen. Good night, man. The yeet and rage note. I don't want to end this on a rage note. Stonks. Okay, no more already. You can see that I'm pressing the right button, but no more memes already. Okay, this is the first time I did it for my P6s. For the P6s. Look at you work out and get memes. Yeet is, okay. If I'm not wrong, yeet is a verb. Okay, my English is not that good. It's an action word. The action word, if I remember it correctly, is called a verb. Correct? Okay, you're welcome, Rashida. Okay, let me look for what yeet is. Okay. Okay, yeet is an exclamation of excitement, approval, surprise, or all around energy, often issued when doing a dance move or throwing something. Okay. Can It has multiple meanings, but I believe it's in a positive way. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm also doing this for my P6 online class. I'm like giving them distress therapy after every lesson now. Because I don't want them to like keep on having that stress in their mind. It's not going to be very healthy for them. Okay? So anyway, have fun. Okay? Revise your work. Good luck. Sleep a lot. Yeah. Make full use of your calculator. And so on. Okay? Because this is Kevin from Maths Heuristics signing off. See you all soon. Good night.